Using over-the-counter products for our plants and crops is nothing new. The trick is trying to determine which ones are actually beneficial and which are just a bunch of malarkey. Like this aspirin here, long touted as a tomato savior, what exactly is the deal with these simple pills and one of our favorite backyard crops? For tomatoes, it's all about the impressive foliage, explosions of flowers, and of course, the bounty of fruit. What can aspirin do for this amazingly popular backyard crop that we're not doing already? Hi, I'm Jeff from the Ripe Tomato Farms. Welcome to another episode of the Garden Quickie, the show where in 2 minutes or less, we give you the straight science. And today's episode is all about it. More specifically, what's the science behind aspirin helping out tomatoes? Does it really work? And if it does, how do we apply it? Time's short as you know it is though, so let's dive in. When using something new in the garden, even a common over-the-counter product, we always have to ask ourselves, what's the benefit? In the case of aspirin, its main ingredient is a compound that tomatoes produce naturally, so we know the risk is pretty low. But what is the benefit? Salicylic acid, the main ingredient in aspirin, has been found to be produced in small quantities by members of the nightshade family whenever they're stressed. In other words, it's a chemical immunoresponse by the plants to fortify their defenses. By applying this ingredient to our tomatoes, as well as our peppers, eggplants, and even potatoes, the heightened response from this stress chemical can increase growth, increase vigor, and of course, increase your harvest levels in all the nightshades. First discovered at Cornell University and supported by the USDA, the use of salicylic acid, with all other factors being equal, will grow better tomato plants with more fruit. That's great. Where do we sign up? And more importantly, how do we use it? Well, application is actually super simple. Take a non-coated 325 milligram aspirin and dissolve it in 1 gallon/4 liters of water. Dissolved and directly sprayed onto the leaves foliarly seems to have a greater effect, and it's much easier than trying to get the aspirin into the soil. Once your tomatoes have been planted outside for at least 2 weeks and are at least 6 weeks old, begin spraying them twice a month all the way up to the harvest. Spray the whole plant liberally, fruit and all. While it's not a miracle cure for disease and poor performing plants, and it should really only be used for prevention and fortification, it really does work. A small, inexpensive, easy thing that can yield you big results. Much like watching the next episode of the Garden Quickie. Thanks for watching, guys. And hey, if garden quickies are your thing, make sure to subscribe and click on this playlist here as we explore and solve more growing issues in 2 minutes or less.